If you think gyms are crowded, expensive, and make you feel self-conscious, you might have had trouble finding an alternative way to keep active, but we might just have the answer you are looking for. Recent research has been focused on something called green exercise and the surprising benefits that come along with exercising in the great outdoors. It is generally known that physical activity improves psychological and physiological well-being, but yet the Western world's physical activity levels continue to decline. Green exercise could be the cure to our sedentary reputation. Research by Gladwell and colleagues looked into combining exercise and nature and found that the great outdoors could be used as a powerful tool to help fight the growing incidence of both physical inactivity and other non-communicable diseases and ailments. With us in the studio today to talk about green exercise is our medical correspondent, Amanda Mithrush. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning, Catherine.
Amanda, can you tell us a little bit about the recent green exercise phenomenon?
Well, it's actually not that recent. Green or natural spaces have been considered to be advantageous to health for many years. This used to be one of the only sources of exercise for our parents and grandparents. But with recent technological advances and today's couch potatoes, this phenomenon is resurfacing, and we're trying to get the current population to build a better connection with nature. It's almost considered to be a natural medicine. Research by Wilson hypothesized that there might be an innate evolutionary connection between present-day humans and nature. So the thought is that people will retain their evolutionary connection with nature and reap the many benefits in doing so.
Wow, that's very interesting. Can you tell us a little about the benefits of green exercise?
Absolutely. In fact, Gladwell and colleagues found that exercising alongside nature has the ability to alter physiological functioning, reducing hypertension, stress, and even restoring mental fatigue. All types of green exercise activities improve self-esteem, anger, depression, and can improve an individual's perceived health.
That's excellent. Now, is there a greater benefit to exercising outdoors more so than indoors?
Yes, in the same study, Gladwell and colleagues mentioned that exposure to sunlight and obtaining sufficient vitamin D is a huge benefit, but also more importantly, exercising in the outdoors has shown greater improvements in mental health when compared to indoor activity.
Fascinating. Joining us in the studio today, we have Katie Callahan, a health counselor, to add some insight on this issue. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you for having me here today.
No problem. So, Katie, what does green exercise consist of?
Green exercise includes exercising in the great outdoors. So this includes forests, courtsides, parks, local green areas, and even gardens. It's essentially any green or natural space where an individual can be active. This may be biking, walking, running, yoga, or in any outdoor sport.
And who can benefit from this form of exercise?
Exercising in the great outdoors can increase enjoyment and adherence to this activity to promote behavior change for people of all ages.
So what benefits do your clients experience when using green space for physical activity?
One of the greatest things about using green space is being outdoors. It makes my clients feel less pressured than being in a gym, and it's also free. Exercising in the great outdoors allows more participants to increase the intensity of their exercise without increasing their perceived exertion. This is beneficial because they find exercise to be easier, and they are more likely to adhere to it and continue to enjoy it.
So, exercising in a natural environment sounds like a great idea during the summer and spring months. But what about now when the sidewalks are covered with ice?
I tell my clients they can still exercise in a natural environment outside. However, it won't be a yoga class in the park or enjoying the sunshine. It'll be a nice walk around the neighborhood. Snowshoeing, tobogganing, and skiing and snowboarding are some of the alternatives I give them to exercising outdoors.
Those sound like some fun alternatives, especially for this time of year. So how can we create this change in our communities?
Well, in order to create this change, we need to emphasize access to all. To do this, we need to make these spaces more available. We have to increase transportation to these facilities and develop interesting areas of high biodiversity with more play areas. We also need to properly maintain our parks to encourage safe use.
So what's the take-home message for our viewers out there?
Well, the most important thing to remember is that green exercise can offer enjoyable and accessible physical activity to less active individuals who may not typically be well engaged in physical activity. It can also be a tool for engaging individuals in more moderate to physical activity by making these more intense forms of exercise equally enjoyable and as easy as less intense exercise forms in a built environment.
Well, there you have it, folks. Fun, inexpensive, and beneficial green exercise you can do with the whole family. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Amanda. For CTV News, I'm Catherine Elward. Have a wonderfully green Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen.